They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Jones breaking from the contact, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Brown. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Brown, 82 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This is McCoy. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That was a really nice play. Be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. McCoy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And I think the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught left side Hopkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa got...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left, and that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So out now come the Lions. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go. Left.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a handoff as they run left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is...
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Detroit. 59 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Mario Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Looking to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 46 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They're going to look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. K.J. Wright from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now they try the right side here. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. He'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. He'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got some real estate inside the 30. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. He'll look to throw. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's still barreling through. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I'm going to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the counter, here's McCoy. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll drop the throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington at Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile,